And here we are, tail end of this adventure with this Hondo 2 guitar that I picked up in an industrial park area of Orlando for 50 bucks. And I got it all fixed up. I had to sand down the nut, which I'm not done with still. That's a string in the camera, by the way. That I'm not done with yet. That's why I haven't cut the whiskers off, because I want to go back and try to lower it down some more. The action still kind of high. As far as tone, sounds really good. Got a nice warm tone. With nylon strings, you don't really get a whole high-end twangy pitch you would get on a steel string. But it really sounds really well, and we're going to get a chance to hear this thing for the first time, and well, it's probably been years for this guitar. Don't know the history on this guitar, nor the backstory, except that I know the Hondos, they were produced, according to Google now, if I remember what I read off of Google, they were produced somewhere from the 1970s on up to like the mid-90s. They stopped production on them there, and this one here, this particular one, these acoustics were more centered around student guitars and beginning guitars, pretty much. So this one here is probably for like a student or a beginner or something like that. That's why it's kind of short, kind of a short scale. I don't know, because it's 12th frets right here at the body, and I got my Dean in there, and the 14th frets at the body. So my Dean's got a longer scale, so I'm just assuming it's a beginner's little guitar, 12th fret being at the body. It's a dreadnought style, but it's really beautiful. It turned out to be really nice. It polished up really well, and there's no scratch on it. If there's a scratch on it now, it's because of my doing, but it wasn't for when I got it. And y'all know that fretboard was filthy. If you haven't seen part 1 to this, go back and watch it. The cleaning part. Look at the shine in there. And not a speck of dust or anything inside the body. Inside is clean, immaculate, and none of the stuff that I really worked on is as clean as this. Look at the back. Tattoos? Oh, she's got them. She got the tramp stamp on the back. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Now that there is a sticker underneath the finish. They just put a sticker in there, but it's beautiful nonetheless. Now I'm gonna try to remember this song. This is my 4th take on this video, doing this review video. So, but yeah, let's give this old thing its chance to play again for the first time in what's probably been many years. This is what I like to do: guitar conservation. Mother Ocean, what I have heard you call, want to sail upon your waters, 'cause I was 3 feet tall. You seen it all, you seen it all. Watch the men who rode you switch from sails to steam, and in your belly you hold the treasures that you have never seen. Most of them dreams, most of them dreams. Well, yes, I am a pirate, a few 100 years too late. The cannons don't thunder, there's nothing to plunder. I'm an over 30 victim of fate, arriving too late. Arriving too late. Well, I have been drunk now for over 2 weeks. I faster than I rallied, and I sprung a few leaks. Well, I gotta stop wishing, gotta go fishing down the rock bottom again with just a few friends, just a few friends. I've run for younger women, leave myself for a while, and I run them away. They come back one day, they still manage to smile. It just takes a while, just takes a while. Well, I've done a bit of smuggling, and I've run my share of grass, and I've made enough money to buy Miami, but I pissed it away so fast. It never meant to last, never meant to last. Mother, Mother Ocean, after all these years I've found the occupation hasn't been, the occupation just not around. Feel like I've drowned. Head uptown, feel like I drowned. Head uptown. Sounds daggum good, I'm telling you what. This thing went from probably sitting in an industrial park warehouse for a long time. Strings were falling off of it, corroded, rusted, not being any attention paid to it whatsoever, to sitting right here in front of y'all in just a matter of a few days. A little bit of work, polishing it up. You could say I polished up a turd, yes. But this thing here, it looks brand new. And this excites me. I love doing this kind of stuff. I love the guitar conservation. I'm working on these old instruments, these old guitars, and kind of preserving them a little bit so we don't lose them. These old guitars, they've been around for a while. You know how many songs before this thing even ended up in that dusty old warehouse? Could you imagine the music that this guitar played? The student, the beginner that practiced hours upon hours holding this in their laps, practicing the notes, practicing it, and just trying to get it right, to learn a craft. The stories that this old pile of wood could tell us. Go on the internet, search and find these old guitars. Don't be afraid to buy an old busted up guitar. Fix it up. Put some work into it. And I'll tell you what, it makes it all that much worthwhile. You learn how to, not only do you learn how the instrument works, how to fix it, but each guitar can tell a story. Now I still have, the only thing I can say about this one, I still got to work a little bit on it. I don't know if it's the nylon strings thing, you know, that's what they do, but the third string and the second string, they kind of slip flat every once in a while. If that's what is typical of the nylon string, because I've never really played on them, I've always had the phosphor bronze metal set string, light gauge. So if y'all know, for you classical guitar people out there that know a thing or two about a thing or three about the nylon strings, put it down there in the comments for me. Tell me, let me know if that's a typical thing with these strings. If it keeps, because I always have to retune, bring them back up to pitch. But once it's there, after I tighten down these screws on the side of the headstock, it stayed in tune while I'm playing a song. But if I go, let's say I put it down, and I come back the next day. I've been messing around with this guitar for about a couple days after I finished putting strings on it. I wanted to make sure it was ready to go for this video. I come back to it a day or so after, and those strings are out of tune again. They're not holding pitch. So, and I know I settled them into the pegs. I know I did my thing, but they can only get so tight around that tuning peg, you know. But yeah, just let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section if you like these kind of things, and if I should probably continue doing this, because I love doing this kind of stuff. If you like seeing old guitars being brought back to life and shined up. Also, I don't know what my future plans are for this guitar. I want to keep it and play it for as long as I can, but I can't keep gathering up guitars and, you know, you're just going to be taking over the house, pretty much. So I've got to do something with it. I don't know. I might have another donation giveaway thing coming up. Maybe this guitar will be on the block for that. Don't know for sure. Or I might sell it for what I bought it for, just to get the money back out of it and move on to the next. You know, I don't know. It just depends on how the situation is and what a situation arises and what I feel. So, but anyway, I want to thank y'all so much for clicking on this video and giving this old guy his few minutes of support. For the first time in many, many years, this guitar has been played and needing some attention. And it looks like it's almost smiling at us. Look at that little grand hair, you know. It's just, yeah. It looks like a minion off that movie. That's Despicable. Look, can y'all see it? Kind of looks like one of the Minions. Maybe that might be his new nickname. Minion. All right, I'll go ahead and go with Minion. All right, so there's gonna be more to come from old Minion here, and in the future. Just don't know what that's gonna be yet. But I'm gonna be playing some beautiful music with this guitar. Until next time, I'll see you when I see you.